Hello everyone, I just want to make a quick tutorial video on how to get out of bounds in Jolly Rancher's Lagoon. This trick isn't new by any means. I believe it's been known since at least 2012 that's when I saw Karonaki's make a video of it. I don't know if she's the one that discovered it. She might have based her findings by someone else. Don't want her to sue. But anyways, yeah, so I've known about it for a while, and I've always thought it might be useful in the route of many longer categories, or maybe even part of a development of a new category or whatever, but it just seemed really hard and inconsistent. So at around SGDQ time, I started looking into it, try to see if I can get a consistent method to do it. In Karonaki's video, which I'll post in the description below, along with whoever founded it if she wasn't the one, she basically does a super slide, which I will describe also in the video or description because I'm bad at describing things. She does a super slide on this wall over here, but every time I've done it, I've just found it to be really inconsistent and just not worth doing. So I decided to go look for that's how you fail it. I decided it would be good to look for other ways to do it, and I managed to find a pretty consistent method right over here. So let's get started, shall we? Hey big guy, hey little guy. Alright guys, I'm just gonna start off by showing this off quickly, how it works, so you guys can get an idea of how to do it. Alright. And there we go. And with this, you'd want to like go into this alien over here. And ship over here, I mean. Around. And voila! Alright, so let me go break that down step by step. Obviously the first step was just flapping into the cave, which is pretty self-explanatory. You just jump over into the underwater and then back onto the little wall, so you don't end up so the timer, like for the sliding slope, resets itself. And then this is where it starts getting harder. What you're gonna want to do is you're gonna backflip and then ground pound, so you land on this side of the arch. You see there's an arch here. I'd recommend it on this side instead of the left side, or the right side instead of the left side, because that makes it actually a lot easier to do. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to turn yourself, or you're going to want to flap back on, whoops, sorry, you're going to want to flap back on so you can get it, reset the timer, and then you want to poop and then turn. Like, you want to turn while pooping your egg. So, like, you're going to be facing this way, you're going to want to ground, like, after you flap, you're going to want to crouch, poop, and then turn. So, but you don't want to turn too much, because if you turn too much, what will happen is the clockwork will just stand there and neither of you will slide. So you gotta do it at, I want to say, between 45 and 90 degrees would be a good sweet spot, closer towards 45 degrees. Also, something I forgot to mention is that you want to make sure that you're facing towards the right side, so like your poop goes towards the left and not the other way around, because otherwise there's a good chance that your clockwork egg will just fall into the water, because you see, like, it'll just land around here and then, you know. So yeah, anyways, you want to poop like that. So that was a good angle right there. Alright, so a couple things I want to point out really quickly before I show the rest of this trick. For starters, when you're pooping on top of the arc, make sure that you're not right near the, you don't end up hitting the invisible wall. Because if you hit that invisible wall, or if the clockwork hits the invisible wall, it'll just rebound off of that, and then you won't slide at all. Well, you, Banjo, won't slide at all, the clockwork will, but it will make the trick not work. Secondly, if while you're sliding down as the clockwork, you'll want to hold the controller stick away from the camera, because otherwise the clockwork, there's a good chance that it'll just slide right off into the water. Anyways, you notice that there is a 20-second timer in the top left corner once I pooped at the clockwork. The clockwork timer, of course, that's what it is. Once that hits switches from 19 seconds to 18 seconds, I'm not exactly sure of the timing, but it's between like a half a second just about after that happens. You're gonna want to blow up, run into the water and blow up the clockwork. And if if it works right, you'll land right in the water. If anyone knows a better method for this part, then please let me know, and I will put it in the description somewhere. Because this timing is like one of the worst things for me, so this is what I was having the most trouble with. But anyways, let me try to show you how it works if we get it right. Okay, you got it. And you want to quickly, like, once you notice that you're right under, you want to quickly press B so that you go into swimming, because otherwise you'll just float right up and be pushed right in bounds. Alright, before I continue to explain this trick, I want to point out that sometimes, even when you do the stuff right, it seems maybe I'm doing something wrong and I'm just really bad at timing, but sometimes it seems like I'm pressing it way too early. So that's why I'm asking if somebody wants to find a 100% consistent way to know how to do it every time, then let me know. Because I'm bad at timing, but this is the best. This is the best thing I found around, and I believe it's the most successful. But anyways, now that you're out of bounds, you're gonna. There's a multiple possibilities of things you could probably do. Like I think you could just swim over there through that tunnel, or go toward that tunnel too. But the main thing that I think, main reason I think this is useful, is this ship right here. For those who don't, well, I guess anyone who knows the game knows that there's a jiggy that to be had right there once you free the aliens or whatever. You shoot the ice eggs into the holes. And you can actually swim, from here you can actually swim right into the ship. So we're going to try to do that. Be careful, because if you swim know your surroundings, so if you swim too close to the walls, you could either land right back in bounds, or you can land out of bounds and fall into the void. But you see how there's like a... Ooh, I almost went bad right there. You see how there's a little wall right there? There's another one on this side, but you can't see it. So you're gonna want to try to swim so you land between the wall and the floor of the alien's UFO. It's not that hard to do, although from the angle I'm doing it right now, it's pretty bad. So you kind of want to have it like you're going upwards a lot more so. And right there, I'm now inside the UFO. As you can see, I'm in the door. And with this, you can actually just swim right through the door, not even have to use a Talon torpedo. Alright, so yeah, I believe that this would help a lot in any of the longer categories. And the method I found, I believe, is the most consistent. So like I said, also funny thing is once you swim out, look, I just wanted to point this out, look at the door, it just stays there. I just really wanted to point that out, but if you guys need any help on anything, just let me know. This method isn't perfect, but I believe that if it's put into the route of longer ones, it could save some time over having to swim all the way down into the hole and Talon torpedo to the door. And it could help with any potentially new routing ideas or anything of the sort. But yeah, that's my tutorial. Thank you guys for watching. Where did the door go?